Jack, what do you got?
What I have is an ear of corn from a pot, like just in Africa. Since they don't have combines, they have a machine that shucks it for them.
Yep.
This ear of corn came from a volunteer plant that was at a pile of corn near the ODI place where we harvested in early January.
Yep.
I've been watching these plants for the past 4 months, and just it's crazy to see how it's grown. I found this next to a bunch of other volunteer corn plants amongst a bunch of stubble.
When do you think this corn actually started to grow then? Probably
January.
Okay, like early January.
Yes, I've watched this same.
Yep.
I'll take some pictures down there. It'll be in the video
Okay.
later on, but just you'll
So
see.
let's shuck it open and see what it looks like. Yep. I'm gonna back up a little bit so I can see. There you go. You're good right there.
There's silk on the bottom too. That's interesting. Yeah,
That's normal. Yeah.
volunteer corn.
Yep. But it's
And
still
this-
corn.
Yep, and it grew during the dry season too.
Yep. So is it white corn? Do you think? Probably.
Yeah, probably. It looks white. Yep, it's white corn.
Yep. Or it's white corn. Yeah. And it's not fully developed,
Nope.
but it's growing.
And the plant was tasseling up
Yep.
too.
So what we're going to do is count, don't break it in half if you can avoid it. Let's count length and around. Does that make sense, Jack?
Yep, like and around. And I'm an Iowan.
There you go. You understand.
Mm-hmm.
Especially you detasseled for a few years, right?
Only 1 year was for Monsanto, but
Yeah.
best job ever. Yes.
Good job. There you go. So I want you to count. Yep, I can. Yep, we can see
Count. All,
approximate. Usually it's always even numbers, 12 or 14. I don't know if it's 16.
double check. 14.
14 round. Yep. What's the length? No, count
Oh,
count kernel lengths.
count kernel
You
lengths.
can actually get a population off of that.
Okay, that I don't know.
I can figure it. You just give me length. So it's 14 by what's the length?
Oh, so duh.
Kernels up. There you go.
Duh, I'm sorry.
No,
Sorry.
you're fine. Martin's tracking with me. Martin's helping me today.
Ja, Martin,
Yep.
help me today.
Yep. So hopefully around 30 something.
40.
40.
40.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll do some calculations and get back on the video with that. Anything else, Jack?
Another day on the farm.
So we did some calculations at 26,000, and if a bushel was 90,000 seeds, excuse me, how many bushels would we have approximately?
160. That's
Yep.
the estimation, and
If they're all good kernels and all of it filled out, we're kind of a little high, but or in Ghana they would call it 10 ton. Usually talk about tons. So that's good. 10 ton per hectare. So
it's promising.
yeah, it's good. You got another ear. This one looks a little better.
Yeah. I'll save the other one for boiling tonight.
And you can just shuck it back. You don't have to strip it all the way. We just want to see what it looks like, how far along it is. Yeah.
I want to get silk in your cap. I'll just shuck it all the way.
Well, yep.
Kind of disappointing, not gonna lie. Don't get your hopes up.
Poor pollination, right?
Yeah, it's still pollinating. I mean,
No, it's done pollinating.
oh.
Poor pollination because of the dry weather.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
Yep.
is able to produce that size of ear. I know, buddy.
Yep. But when it was tasseling, the pollination was real poor because it might have been at a time where it was real dry.
And just all the pollinators were vermeated. I destroyed a hive of bees 2 days ago. It was
But they
threatening
don't need
workers.
insects to pollinate corn.
Oh, they don't?
Self-pollinating.
Yeah, duh.
Okay? But it's just weather conditions are huge. If
Yeah.
it's dry, no moisture, things like that. So,
But, where,
Yep.
but even though, like, still decent kernels given how it was just
Yep.
volunteer corn.
yep.
So,
Unfortunate that it, yep, didn't. It almost got there. So, poor pollination typically from dry weather. All right. Looks good. Thanks, Jack.
I am currently not on our land. I am on our neighbor's land. And he is planting white corn right now. Hello, sir. How are you doing? Edison? Yeah, this is his seed right here. He's hand planting everything, and it's white corn. Hey Prince, can you ask him where he got the seed? This is what. Yes?
He planted for last season. So the one you get, you know, is different. See how is different to me.
This is how he's planting the seeds here. I mean, I find this very interesting. He's using a machete to make the initial hole, and he's stomping the seed down with his feet. Probably doesn't have the best depth in the world, but I mean, if it works, it works. I mean, relatively decent spacing. He knows what he's doing. If we really had to, I bet we could have hand planted the whole field over there. I mean, with how fast he's going, if we got enough people, but that would have been a management nightmare. I have a hard enough time managing up to just 20 or 10 people sometimes. I couldn't imagine managing dozens of people trying to plant maize the way this guy is, but it's very interesting. Oh. Sorry if the camera angle's not the best, but just you don't see this every day. Apparently, this corn seed was the seed left over from last year. It's very interesting, very interesting. Another thing too about this field, this is a mango sapling, a mango tree. There's a bunch of other mango trees spread throughout here, and that's what a big mango tree looks like. We'll walk over to the volunteer corn. That's where I got the ear from. Just more mango trees. Notice how uneven the ground is. Like the ground was tilled just for weed control. But it's very interesting. Very interesting how they do things here. The workers are pulling weeds for us today. It's too wet to pick sticks in the place where we were at, so we chose to have them walk corn, I guess you could say. And this is the volunteer corn. This is where they shucked and shelled all the corn, and this is all volunteer plants. Already tasseling. I'd say this plant's about 8 feet tall because it's about 2 feet taller than me. Oh wow. This is an even bigger ear than the one that I found. Like, I mean, it's had relatively good weed control here because it's just been in a massive corn stubble, but very, very fascinating. Oh wow. Even this smaller plant had a bigger ear. It doesn't look the best, but just... This could be sweet corn. Like, screw it, I might take this home and shuck it. I'm an Iowan after all. We love sweet corn. But just, this is very interesting. Some of the plants don't have the best ears, but some of them have absolute doozies. Yeah, this is Ghana agriculture, volunteer corn, and then a dude hand planting corn. We are blessed to have everything that we have. Here is some more footage of the man hand planting because I just find this absolutely fascinating. I mean, that technique of hand planting corn is probably thousands of years old. I just think it's really amazing to see with my own eyes. I mean, the spacing here is pretty good. All these footprints are where he's planted corn. I mean, not bad spacing for just eyeballing it. It's really, really good corn. Or not, all things considered, I think it's pretty good. But yeah. He's a very, very hard worker.